While we cannot deny the fact that most Pinoys would prefer to drive a macho SUV nowadays, well, there are still some advantages to be had when you drive a small city car like the Honda Brio RS right here, especially if you're driving mostly in the metro. Now, if you want to know what those advantages are, well, stick around because that's what I will tell you in this video. Let's do this. When the Honda Brio RS got a facelift last year, it also got a price lift as well. At 863,000 Philippine pesos, the pricing of the Honda Brio RS occupies an in-between space since it's higher than the typical 3-cylinder small city car, but it's still a bit lower than subcompact sedans. Some people would even say that the top-spec Brio RS doesn't make sense anymore since there are more affordable options in the segment. But if you've driven the Honda Brio, you know that that's far from the truth. So, what makes the Honda Brio RS a worthwhile car to drive? Well, let's find out. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. It's so easy to say that the Honda Brio RS is pricey for the segment that you can just get car X or car Y from another Japanese car maker and you'd probably get a better value. But if you survey the competition, you'll see that amongst the small city cars from Japanese car makers here in the Philippines, the Honda Brio is the only one that comes equipped with a 4-cylinder gasoline engine. Now, all of the rest of them, well, they come with a 3-cylinder, an inline 3. So, why is that a big deal? Well, one word, refinement, okay? Refinement. Now, the Honda Brio RS has a much smoother idle since it has an even set of cylinders firing inside the engine. That means that you get lesser body vibrations here and you also have a lower and lesser maintenance cost when it comes to your engine supports. Then of course, there's that added power, but you still get a very fuel-efficient engine. You see, the Honda Brio RS has a slightly larger 1.2-liter engine when you compare it to the other Japanese small city cars that come with a 1-liter engine. And this motor is good enough for 89 horsepower and 110 Newton meters of torque. We also have a CVT transmission here, which helps not just with the power delivery, but it also helps with its fuel efficiency. I mean, when I drove the Honda Brio RS, dude, it really surprised me because in light city drives, I was able to get 13 kilometers per liter, and on a light highway drive, I went as much as 25 kilometers per liter. I mean, dude, 25 kilometers per liter on the highway is almost the same highway fuel efficiency as a full hybrid vehicle. Now, what's fantastic about it is you're getting almost the same fuel economy of a hybrid vehicle, but you're not paying the hybrid price. Another advantage of the Honda Brio RS is the overall aesthetic of this vehicle. I mean, we all know that Hondas are not being used as taxis here in the Philippines, which is another big plus for the Honda Brio RS. I mean, despite being the most affordable model in the local Honda lineup, the Brio RS still has that premium air around it, such that it looks and feels more expensive than its peers. Now, if you look at the paint job that we have here, this is what Honda calls electric lime metallic, and it's perfect for the Honda Brio RS. I mean, it looks young, sporty, and loud enough to satisfy anybody who wants to be the center of attention. Now, this loud paint job is also a bit of a safety feature, especially since the Honda Brio is a small city car, and grabbing everyone's attention on the road also means that you won't have any incidents with this Honda Brio RS. I mean, everyone can see you, so there's a lower chance of accidents happening there. Now, when you pair that with this RS-specific front grille right here, as well as the full LED lighting units that this Brio RS has, well, what you get here is a pocket hatch that is a definite head turner. Then you have the hatchback body here, which is sportier than, let's say, a similarly priced subcompact crossover or SUV. The Brio RS is also lower to the ground, which means that we have much better handling here and cornering capabilities, and we also have a quicker steering response because this Brio RS is the lighter vehicle than, let's say, a subcompact crossover. Now, we also have some blacked out bits here on the side. We have the blacked out side mirrors here, as well as the black top roof, which you have to pay an additional 10,000 pesos more over a regular Brio RS. But in this electric lime paint job, yeah, it is absolutely worth it. Now, all of these black bits would help to make this Brio RS stand out even more, which, as I said a while back, is actually a good thing for such a small city car. Now, most of the comments that I got from the Honda Brio RS unboxing video that I did last year said that the cabin of the Brio RS is a tad bit too outdated and it also lacks a lot of tech. Take the key, for example. You see, instead of getting an engine push start button, we still get an actual key here. Now, it's something that you just have to put in the receptacle there. It actually teaches you the traditional way of using a key, and to be honest, in the whole week that I've been driving the Honda Brio RS, it's not really a big deal. I mean, I don't mind using an actual key. You see, Honda gave the Brio RS, just the exact amount of stuff that we need here and nothing that we don't. Like, for example, we have a good and clear set of analog gauges there. We have nice and firm supportive seats here, and we also have a 7-inch touchscreen that comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, granted, you will have to connect your cell phone cable to this thingamajig here in order to access Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but hey, if it works, then I will take it, and it does work. So, no big deal. Now, we also have a pair of cup holders here that is located right in front of the gear shifter, and it is really ergonomic because it's a natural place where you can reach for your drinks. Like, take for example, we have a pair of locally drinks here. What kind of flavors do we have here? Oh, Pomelong Lasting Love, or Pomelong and Lasting Love, nice. And we also have You've Dalandan It Again. I love the way they name the flavors of these local drinks. And yeah, so we can easily reach for your drinks there. It's so ergonomic and it's so easy to use. Anyway, we also have a good and basic and functional cabin here. True, we don't get too much tech, we don't get too much electronic nannies here inside, but that makes this a perfect vehicle to learn how to drive, especially if you are a newbie driver out there. Which makes the Honda Brio RS such a great starter car. I mean, true, the same can be said for the other more affordable 3-cylinder city cars out there from Japanese car makers, but the Honda Brio RS provides that added touch of sporty driving that a lot of car enthusiasts would want. I mean, not to mention the refinement and the added power that its 4-cylinder gasoline engine can provide. Now, we also have fantastic visibility here since we have a large windshield for such a small car, and we also have large windows which helps to minimize blind spots whenever you're driving the Brio RS. Now, just make sure though that you get some pretty nice ceramic window tint for your Honda Brio RS, because man, this media unit, yeah, it doesn't come with window tint, and I am roasting here inside. I mean, it's not hot because the air conditioning is really good, but I'm getting an instant tan on my arms because a lot of those UV rays are just penetrating the cabin because we don't have tint. Now, the final advantage of the Honda Brio RS over the other small city car contenders is the amount of usable cargo and cabin space here. You see, the back seat is still large enough to accommodate 2 average Asian dudes. You can even fit 3 in a pinch in case you have a fifth wheeler in your barkada road trip. Now, the trunk space is also quite large at 258 liters, which means that without folding the back seat, yep, you can put a medium Sky Travel luggage here standing up, and you can put a smaller hand carry Sky Travel luggage beside it, and it will fit without compromising the back seat. Now that, my friends, makes this Honda Brio RS the perfect barkada getaway vehicle, because you can put 4 people inside the car and you still have enough space at the boot, well, for all of your stuff. It's easy to dismiss the Honda Brio RS as too expensive for the segment, but if you do so without even driving it, then you, my friend, are missing out. That added cost over the other contenders means you get an additional cylinder in the engine, which also translates to a more refined ride. Not to mention the added power over the competition. Now, in the week that I've been driving the Honda Brio RS, it has proven to be a fun and nimble companion on the road, and it never fails to attract attention wherever it goes, especially in this electric lime paint job. So, with all of the advantages that I've listed in this video, you can see why the Honda Brio RS still deserves a spot in your shortlist. Thanks for watching.